Well, yeah, disappointment for Shadab Khan. Sharjeel, who was struggling with just 11 off 20 deliveries, he's now gone to 45 off 27 deliveries. His strike rate now has accelerated up to 166, and it just shows you, even with a sedate start, 1 over can then just change, and now they're in that position to go at the opposition.
Well, this is a nice time to bowl your first over as a spinner, isn't it? Gahar bowled us 1 over, I think, in the previous game. Slow left arm spin, went for about 13 or so. Good luck.
Yeah, it's never a good time when you're coming onto the hole.
If Babar Azam just gets 1 and gives the strike back to Sharjeel, that could be a good plan. There is a little bit of turn there, a little bit of grip in this pitch. The first time.
34 have come off the last 7 deliveries Sharjeel has faced. 4 massive hits, apologies. Fantastic hitting.
And that's why, I know I've said it over the last couple of days, sides want to just keep going at that power play and think, doesn't matter if we lose a couple of wickets. I'm also get used to the surface, understand what, you know, where you need to hit it, how you can go after it. The acceleration process is what we're seeing right now. 2 good players, left hand, right hand, that's also helps. He's 4 sixes in a row in PSL. He becomes the 4th batsman to do this. Shahid Afridi, Kyron Pollard, Ben Dank.
They're all good hits. Well, they have to be, they've gone a long way. 2 of them cleared by a distance, 2 of them just made it by a couple of yards here and there. And actually, everyone needs a bit of reassurance. This can happen in this game.
Well, I'm sure here Sharjeel will have a go at this left arm spin, will work into the angle. Let's have a look, Corky.
He's going again. He'll be the first to do
different
5.
Angle, left arm over the wicket. Just think about that for a second.
Disappointing. What is he doing?
Well, I mean, Gahar has taken the obvious action, which is don't put it too close to the batsman. From there, I tell you, from there you are not going to hit that from 6 or 4-6, except in very, very exceptional circumstances.
And also bowl it as flat and as quick as you can. Just like that. It's perfect. You're right. You can't do anything but that. Cut it for 1.
Very good, Zaf. Great start here, Zaf. Great start here, boy. Push out.
It's been a good over so far. 4 balls, only took a couple of singles. Partnership obviously is going well. They want that to get better and better. Remember what's to come as well. The likes of Ingram, Joe Clark, Dan Christian, Mohamed Nabi. Still got a lot to come.
Yeah, well done.
Oh, that's harsh. I think this turns. It's close.
Well, yeah, the original line was wide, but you're right, it does turn. So where is it? Here's your question, quiz question. Still wide. But it did turn.
Yeah, it's wide.
Just a little bit.
Who would ever argue with Aloim Dar? Excellent umpire. It's a good over. Just 4 runs from it. We're halfway, 10 gone, 84 without loss.
Well, one observation, there's been a little bit of turn for the orthodox slow left arm spinner, Zafar Gahar. No turn at the other end, the leggy, opposite up. I don't know whether that's just what's happening to each ball on the night or whether there's a bit more grip from one end. But if he does grip and turn a little bit, it just affects your thinking as a batsman. when you're going for the big shots. But the setup, and we saw the replays, we saw the way wherever he bowled, hits through the line, it can go a long, long way. For Zafar Gahar there, I thought he was quite clever in cutting down the options.
Lewis Gregory is going to come into the attack. We saw that big over there, the 9th over for the Karachi Kings. 2 wickets in the last game for Lewis Gregory. Good all-round performance.
Player of the match performance from that last game, with runs as well at the end, seeing them home to victory, chasing 151 for victory they were the other night.
And that's what he'll look to do. A lot of slower balls, but it's well played from Baba. Used the width that was on offer and got it past backward point. It raced away for a boundary.
Timed it beautifully. Yeah, tries to roll the fingers, does roll the fingers, but gets nothing out the pitch from it.
We've obviously been seeing the magnificent big hits from Sharjeel, but how is that for exquisite stroke play from Babar Azam? So pleasing to watch.
He's a leading run scorer now in PSL, just overtaken Cameron Akmal, his cousin.
Oh, nice to keep it in the family. Yeah, 6 deliveries. Bang, bang, bang. Just for a change, bang. Bang again. Plundering runs.
Well, you can see he's strong. He wants to hit through the leg side. Just like that. That's how he wants to do it. Pick it up. When it's full, he wants to go over. Long on, deep mid-wicket. It's short, he wants to pull and cut. But if they were watching last night, Multan Sultans, who got themselves to what we thought was a good score and lose, it'd be interesting to see what Karachi Kings think tonight is what tonight's pitch and the score. Decent score, you know, if they're going at what 10 and over from here is 185. In the position they're in now, they should be perhaps looking at 200.
Old stuff.
Well, they've still got all their wickets in the bag, so nothing to worry about. But while the 2 men in the middle have gotten themselves in and are having a really good time, 47 from just a 31 for Sharjeel and 41 from 33 for Babar, they can get it if just they carry on.
Well, the way to do it, it's the same as anything. Break it down. Where do they need to be in the 15th over? Can they get to 140 by the 15th and then 60 off the last 5? Gets them to 200. Maybe slightly more than that. They're only 91 at the moment. They maybe have to go slightly harder at it. But you're right. In some ways, they have got wickets in hand, but they can't just let them throw them away, because then 2 new batsmen have to come in. There's the HBL score prediction. What do you think at home? What do you think they should be getting? What do you think they will get?
That is very, very deft. Got 2 men behind square trying to block exactly that. The ball bisected them absolutely perfectly, and that's 50. 51 for Sharjeel from just 32 deliveries. So not just the big shots over the boundary, but a bit of class there as well, and perfect placement.
Yeah, his last 40 runs came off just 12 deliveries. It is that time. We all need to sit down. It's the double D strategic timeout.
We can change that momentum, and anything between sort of 170 and 190, to keep him to something like that. It's a quick outfield and small boundary, so you never know.
Thanks for your time. Keep smiling, mate.
Cheers.
It's great to have that sort of access to players that are out there right in the middle of the battle. Part and parcel of being a cricketer now, wherever you play around the world. With Spider, you can get right in and talk to them, understand the tactics.
Wonderful job in his first over, just gave away the 4 runs, and we spoke about the angle that he changed to Sharjeel Khan bowling wide outside his off stump. Sharjeel couldn't really manage any boundaries from that angle. Let's have a look as how he goes to Babar. Different type of batter, of course.
Yeah, it's a good over. A little bit of turn, you saw that, the pace, the line and the pace is really good. Flatter. And in some ways he's had to gamble to go wide at him. I'm sure he'll be trying exactly the same this over as well. It's whether Sharjeel now goes across and tries to mow him over the leg side. Yeah, he made that little movement, didn't he? And he got enough of it. He went over to the offside and really slapped it back over his head. 100 up.
Well, he wasn't going to be kept quiet for too long, was he? I think the crucial thing, apart from the line, is going to be the length here. And those little variations on a pitch like this, that just gave Sharjeel time to look at it, watch the bounce and slap it.
There's that boundary early on as well in the over. Sure, he'll just keep coming at him now. He won't stop.
Yes, Saf. Get this one in, Saf. One and we're in, boy.
Oh, just. Does he get enough of it? 6. Hale's normally good. He is normally good. Not sure he's perhaps saying he didn't see it, should have taken it. It's flat, it's coming at him, but he knows he should have taken this.
Big moment, really big moment, and a very, very unhappy Alex Hales.
Stay good, lads, stay good.
Good contest. Again, that line, that length was okay. And it was a hell of a shot because Sharjeel knew he was taking a risk and he couldn't control it, but he gets away with it, and just the match for that, gets 6 as well.
Well, it's now does he gamble and just throw one at leg stump? Full. It's a gamble because look how he's completely changed his stance. No, what are you doing that for? If I was coach, I'd be saying, what are you doing? There's a bit of an appeal here because I think it comes off the pads onto the stumps. We're just showing you just the Alex Hales drop again. Now they are asking just for a stumping. Come off Phil Salt's pads, I think, onto or off his gloves onto the stumps.
Fair delivery. If we can have a look at best side on shot, please.
Well, he was just wondering whether or not
we can go to the big screen.
Lifted off the ground.
Not out.
There's no reason to think at this stage, if you're Sharjeel Khan, that there's any threat, and he's looking completely the other way. And the only question is whether or not he'd lifted that back foot. The verdict is not.
No matter how much of the part of the boot is down, it's still in. But you can see Sharjeel getting a bit unsettled with the line Zafar Gohar is bowling, and he's sticking to the plan. Yes, the full Yorker length on the pads can be a change-up, but Sharjeel didn't try the best of shots there. They still have 11 of the first 4 deliveries.
Jubilee My Stars fantasy cricket team win prizes worth 1 crore. Hopefully you've got him in your team, Sharjeel. Third opening partnership of 100 in PSL history for the Karachi King. Third time that happened. He's having luck. Gets it in between. Bit of a dive. Mohammed Razim, well, looked like me this morning getting out of bed.
Yeah, big shot attempted, big thick outside edge, just clears that infield.
Very good, Zafar.
Right, the chase is on, and and again. Yeah, the flick back takes as much practice as anything in this game. That was not a flick back, that was a flick and collect.
Wide. And just remember that if the batsman does go over a little bit more over to offside, he will be given a little bit more room. So that blue line will likely go a bit wide. It hasn't this time. Johan Boto, who is got a few things to think about at the moment. This is brilliant. This is brilliant because long on, long off went a little bit straighter, so he hit it a little bit squarer, went for a boundary, excellent over, 18 from it, 12 overs gone, 113 without loss.
Sharjeel has changed the complexion of this innings because he's now playing with great freedom that he didn't have early on. He was 11 from 20 balls, and then his next 40 runs came off just 12, and now he's plundered 6 fours and 6 sixes, and he's overtaken his skipper Babar Azam in terms of strike rate and everything else. And Karachi put into bat, got a foundation for a very big score here, and there's so much firepower to come. What was the trigger for you? That's Joe Clark. What was the trigger for him, Buzzard?
The spinners, the one shot that he played off the back foot, and that was that. But you said they've got a lot of firepower to come. Right now Karachi will be hoping that Sharjeel dispatched through the way he's doing, and it'll be a massive score.
They might be tempted if this partnership gets towards 13, 14, 15 overs. Maybe Colin Ingram might come in. Well, during the break, Imad Wasim, during the strategic timeout, having a word with Sharjeel, just telling him what he thinks the tactics should be.
What should the tactic be? Take singles?
There's a man just back there on that 45. Well, he's just found his mojo, Sharjeel.
Has he what? The tactic now for mine is they can both go. Bubba can start going, being a lot more aggressive as well. If one gets out, then the other one has to build just an early little partnership, 7-8 balls with the next batsman.
He's gone over the top of extra. Man out there. Asif Ali is the fielder.
.56 off his last 17 balls, so 57 off his last 18 now.
They are both throwing. It's now Babar Azam going leg side and doing it massively.
Well, these two put on 151 unbroken against Lahore in Karachi last year. Babar Azam, half century for the skipper. I beg your pardon.
Pakistan skipper.
Correct.
Alan, yeah,
correct.
Pakistan skipper.
Correct.
All right, no worries.
Bye.
123 for no wicket. Babar Azam now has gone ahead of Kamran Akmal in the category of the most runs, and Pakistan's national skipper sitting proudly up there, and his franchise skipper Imad Wasim will be very happy to see him there.
What a save, what a save.
Oh, yep, had to come back with that. Now Sharjeel. Right, let's go downstairs to Zainab Abbas. Zainab.
Thank you. It's time for Invrix, Hamare Heroes, and I've got Ali Alawala here with me, and he is the founder of Karachi Down Syndrome Programme. Ali, tell us a little about your story, please.
Thank you, Zainab. So I'm blessed with two beautiful daughters, and my older daughter has Down syndrome. And the journey of KDSP kind of started 10 years ago, because when we had our baby girl, we went through this process of days and weeks, months, even a few years, where we went through this period of hopelessness, helplessness, and a lot of trauma. In hindsight, very needless, because after we had our daughter, after we got out of the hospital, there was literally no organization, public or private, that was representing individuals with Down syndrome and their families, and guiding them and coaching them as to what they need to do for their child. So we went with our daughter abroad, got the best for her. But when we went abroad, we realized that individuals with Down syndrome were achieving wonders. They were value-adding, contributing members of their communities. They were actors, they were musicians, and we thought, why isn't this happening in Pakistan? So it was that realization that we thought, why can't our beautiful Pakistan have representation for this community? And so we came back and we set up KDSP in 2014.
Well, it's a wonderful initiative by you indeed, but just to educate people out there, what exactly is Down syndrome? Because there are a lot of people who are not aware of what it is.
That's a great question. So without getting too technical, our bodies are made up of billions of cells, and when our cells, each cell in the body has an extra copy of the 21st chromosome, that identifies a person having Down syndrome. What's more important is, what does it mean to have Down syndrome? Children with Down syndrome have developmental...
Sorry, I'm really sorry, I'll just have to break you right there, because there's been a wicket. We'll come back with Ali, but it's back to the commentary box.
Alex Hales takes the catch, and it was one shot too many, but it was a brilliant innings by Sharjeel.
Innings of two halves for Sharjeel. Just going to check the front foot, make sure everything's okay with Wasim. Get it down, get it down. Oh, no. Come back, Sharjeel. Come back. You live to hit another ball, sir.
So another chapter of the innings is now what? It was two halves, now it's the last third.
Right, let's go back downstairs to Zainab. Zainab?
Thanks, Alan. I think Sharjeel might be back, and so is Ali. So Ali, you were talking about just generally making people aware of what it is.
Right, so I was telling you what it means to have Down syndrome. So children with Down syndrome develop differently, right? And that's what's important to understand. They may have delayed developmental milestones. They may walk a little late, they may crawl a little late, they may sit a little late and talk a bit late. What I'm trying to say is that there are various services, if you provide them with, they can do all of those things earlier and meet those milestones and be a part of an inclusive society, which is where an organization like the Karachi Down Syndrome Program comes in.
Well, you know what, Ali, you're a hero. You're one of our Hamare heroes. So I'm going to just give you this pen. Please do sign this t-shirt. You're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Yeah. All the best for all your future, and now back to the comments.